Ho, 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 welcome to our show.
I'm Griffin, and the jolly fellow beside me is Mike.
As you probably all figured, today is our holiday episode.
With all this warm weather and El Nino junk, it's pretty hard to get into the holiday spirit.
Definitely. I want to make snowmen and dress them up as Santa, but I guess I can't. Maybe next year.
So if you guys are struggling to get into the holiday spirit, Emily Durant and Kaya Cadigan might be able to get you into the mood.
Seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression that's related to changes in the seasons and shorter days of winter. It begins and ends about the same time every year. If you're like most people with seasonal affective disorder, your symptoms start in the fall and continue into the winter months, snapping your energy and making you a less spirited person. Luckily, in the middle of this, there's the holidays, which gets many people out of this funk, and everyone seems to have a favorite thing to do during this time.
The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
I like eggnog.
Christmas carols.
ABC's 25 Days of Christmas and eggnog and lights.
To me, it's all about family.
What puts me in the holiday spirit is snow. There is no snow here, and I'm very sad because I thought that I was gonna come here in New Hampshire and there is no snow. That's very sad.
I like to go to the mall and sit on Santa's lap, and sometimes I give him a kiss on the cheek, but then usually security kicks me out.
You know, eggnogs, them Santas, they're all get me in the season.
The thing that really gets me in the holiday spirit is when I go to the gym and they have like the hours for when they're closing on Christmas. It just really, it puts me in the mood.
Christmas music, definitely.
I like Christmas cookies, but even better, I like New Year's Eve.
The holiday season is a wonderful time of year when many people all around the world exchange gifts or just receive gifts from the sky.
Unfortunately, many people find it hard to be spirited all throughout the season. So Santa, how can we be as joyful as you this season?
Well, kids, this is how you can be as happy as me.
Here's some things from our list. Watch holiday movies, get in touch with family and friends, send a letter to Santa, decorate everything, shop, and give to others. Now that you've heard from the man himself, go out and get in the spirit once on it.
Thanks, Kaya.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Okay, that got me pretty pumped. Now I'm ready.
Yeah, me too. Now I just gotta get some gift shopping done.
Yeah, I've got to finish that up too. How much do you usually spend on gifts?
I spend way too much every year. This year it might be a little different.
How come?
I spent all my money on a hoverboard, and those things are fire, so I just had to get one.
Well, if you're trying to cut down on the cost of gifts but not the quality, Maggie McDonald and I might have some pointers for you.
As the holidays get closer, gift shopping kicks into high gear. But let's face it, how many of us high school students can really afford to spend hundreds of dollars on gifts?
If you're behind the eight ball with money, this story's for you.
The go-to gift for relatives that you don't know much about is a candle. Little secret.
The cheapest thing I've ever given someone for Christmas was a card from my dad 2 years ago because I forgot his gift.
That's it? Alright, so I got my sister an ornament and it had her name spelt wrong.
A wooden heart with a balloon. I made the wooden heart. Did not make the balloon.
Alright, so my dad loves peanut butter. He's like one of those guys that eats it straight out of the jar. So for Christmas, I gave him like one Skippy, one Jif, and one like Peter Pan peanut butter jar. Total of 3. He actually liked it though.
I gave out Brian Pawns. They're like coupons except with Brian to my parents. It was like a free hug or something special like that.
The cheapest gift I got was pants with holes in them.
My dad gave me firewood.
If these ideas didn't appeal to you, you can find plenty of cheap gifts at retail stores in the area.
Many stores such as Walmart and Marshalls have sections of the store for generally low-priced holiday gifts. Here are some ideas for things to look for at these stores if you're still struggling to come up with ideas. Picture frames, socks, a nice pen, candy, a homemade gift, a calendar, plant seeds, a small frying pan, and a water bottle. Oh, you can take our advice if you want, but if not, that's up to you.
This is Maggie and Mike for WHTV.
Last week, Miss Cummings Warrior Block challenged Mrs. Cummings Warrior Block to a gingerbread house contest to teach students about different cultures and holidays. This project reflected American culture, and each advisory was given the same amount of materials with the option of bringing in their own things to build 5 gingerbread houses per class. Within 2 days, the students had to build the houses, come up with a theme for them, and name them. There are about 150 different votes coming from staff and classes throughout the day. With that being said, the winner of the gingerbread house contest are... Nikki Treadwell and Gemma Tamanini for their Wicked Christmas Tiki House. Congratulations.
Why don't you buy one of those for your mom as a gift?
I just said I'm going to buy my mom a candle instead.
Wow, son of the year.
You know what would make it a little better? If I tell her that it came from the North Pole, custom made by Santa's elves.
Does that place even exist? And why does this Santa fellow claim it to be his home?
Please tell me you're kidding. The North Pole is the most magical place in the world. I went there when I was younger. It was so magical, the trip only felt like it was 2 hours long.
Mike, I think you're talking about Santa's Village up north.
Yeah, up north, at the top of the world.
No, Jefferson, New Hampshire.
Why don't we let Kaya Cadigan and Amanda Bergon settle this for us, please?
Kaya, can we stop? We've been looking for weeks now. I'm so tired.
No, we can't give up. We're so close to the North Pole, Amanda.
But I'm cold and we don't even know if it exists or who's gonna be there.
Did you just question if the North Pole was real or not?
Well...
I think you need to watch this informational video and check out for yourself.
The North Pole is located supposedly at the longitude and latitude of 90 degrees north and 0 degrees west. Santa Claus isn't the only one living there. He is comforted by his wife, Mrs. Claus, his reindeer, and his elves. During the year, the elves work very hard in preparation for Christmas. They build toys, wrap presents, and take care of the children's wishes in the world. The reindeer spend the year resting and getting in shape to fly Santa's sleigh when Christmas comes. Mrs. Claus is there to help and take care of all creatures in the North Pole. And, well, I think we all know that Santa is busy answering our letters, keeping watch of naughty and nice kids, and doing what Santa Claus does. But how could the North Pole possibly stay in existence if it's been around so long? It is the belief of holiday spirit in the people that keeps the North Pole afloat. These students of Winnacunnet helped add to that spirit by answering our questions as to whether or not the North Pole's existence was real or not.
Yeah, I believe the North Pole is real.
Yes, I believe in the North Pole.
Yes.
I don't. Actually, retake. I do.
Yeah, I believe the North Pole is real.
Yeah. Of course it is.
Yes, of course the North Pole is real.
Yeah, it's real.
I think that the North Pole is real because, like, where else would Santa, like, hang out?
Yeah, it's on a map or something like that.
No. I mean, yes.
The North Pole is real.
After talking to these students, the Christmas spirit in Kaya and Amanda was kicked up a notch, and they decided to continue on their journey.
See, Amanda, we must keep looking.
We will. We'll start right away, because I left my gingerbread house unlocked.
What?
You know what's better than the North Pole?
The South Pole?
No, Bernie Sanders.
He kind of reminds me of Santa Claus.
He's basically the grandpa I never had.
Retweet.
So you know I had to dab him up at this campaign at our very own Winnacunnet High School earlier this week.
Oh yeah, you and Alexis jingled all the way to his campaign speech.
Yep. Let's feel the burn in this next story.
Hey Winnacunnet, it's Alexis here at the auditorium where Bernie Sanders spoke Tuesday night. For those of you who don't know who Bernie Sanders is, he is an independent senator from Vermont who describes himself as a democratic socialist. He is looking to win the Democratic primary for next year's presidential race. Bernie Sanders filled the auditorium and received a lot of positive energy from the crowd. Sanders was elected in 2006 as Vermont's congressman. He is now serving his second term in the U.S. Senate, but now has his eyes set on the White House. In the race for the Oval Office, Sanders has a 10-point lead over Hillary Clinton in New Hampshire, according to the most recent WMUR TV poll. This past Tuesday, Sanders discussed many issues during his rally at Winnacunnet, including making colleges tuition-free, tackling income and wealth inequality, immigration, and more.
So my view is that in the next several years, we are going to be investing to make sure that our kids do not fall through the cracks. We're going to be remembering that it costs less money to send a kid to the University of New Hampshire than lock them up. And we are going to...
Winnacunnet students were able to attend the event and thought the rally went very well.
I thought that Bernie did really well. He spoke well, and the crowd was really excited, and it was a really cool event.
So yeah, I think that the senator has a pretty good chance at winning New Hampshire in the primary. I don't know. I hope he wins the general election. That would be pretty cool. I think there's quite a few different things that he stands for that I agree with, and if I could vote, I'd probably give him my vote.
I thought the event went really well today. Bernie spoke really well. I really hope he wins, gets into the general so I can vote for him. And yeah, I was really glad to be on stage with him today. It was awesome.
While Sanders has a significant lead in New Hampshire, Hillary Clinton is leading in other states. If you are 18, I encourage you to vote. It is important to make your voice heard. For WHTV, this is Alexis Sita.
Hey Griff, are you having as much trouble as I am getting up in the dark? I feel like I'm blind when I wake up.
Yup, and the nights are super long, but the holiday lights on the houses help me when I'm driving home at night. It's really appreciated.
I don't think that's why they hang up the lights.
Well, why else would they do it?
I think it's to scare off all the spooky ghosts at night.
I don't think that's it either. Maybe Sarah can help you figure it out.
Maybe.
Hey Sarah, do you know why people hang up Christmas lights?
I thought it was just to look cooler for decorations.
I'm not actually sure. Let's see if anybody else knows.
So they don't have to see through the dark when they're driving or walking home.
I thought the Germans used to put candles on the trees.
I think Christmas lights are a conspiracy set up by the stores just so they can make a lot of money, and that's why they break all the time, They gotta make money somehow.
They do it so Santa knows where to land.
Because it looks pretty.
I think they hang up Christmas lights because they look pretty. I think it's more of a tradition to make the world a brighter place around Christmas.
To show that they're better than their neighbors' Christmas lights.
Christmas lights have become ordinary in America and all over the world. As soon as Thanksgiving is over, families cover their houses in the tiny incandescent bulbs. You don't have to go very far to see houses decked out for the holiday season. December is the darkest month of the year, which makes the days the shortest. In the 12th century, people didn't understand why the sun went away, so they lit fires as a symbol of the sun's promise to return. Those fires were replaced by fluorescent lights as the time went on. Originally, the lights and the December holidays had nothing to do with each other, but eventually they combined. Today, there are even shows on ABC rewarding those with the greatest light shows.
3, 2, 1!
There's only 3 days left until the sun starts staying out a bit longer, so get out there and decorate your town a little more than it already is.
That was lit.
I hope everybody enjoys their holiday break.
Hey, wait a second. Even with the little snow we've gotten so far this year, there are some ski mountains that are open. And living in a day where we have to film everything we do, you can now easily record your trip or anything else you do this break with GoPros. The library now has 4 GoPros for students to check out and use. Along with the cameras themselves, you can check out other pieces like head mounts, helmet mounts, and even selfie sticks. So be sure to stop by the library if you are interested.
Well, that will just about wrap us up for this episode.
Enjoy your break, guys. Be safe, have fun, and don't forget, my birthday is December 31st.
See you next year.
Yeah!
Oh my God. Keep going. Keep going. Right there is good. I'm gonna say instead. I'm gonna say instead.
Woo!